It's just like what I've done here, people uploading themselves onto YouTube, hoping to get a job during these tough economic times. They've installed a device called the Goose Buster right there behind me that's designed to scare all of the geese off campus. Now make sure you lock your bike to the bike rack and register for a bike license in the security office in case your bike ends up stolen. Now all resident hall rooms do come equipped with smoke detectors mounted on the ceilings like you see here, but some residents actually taking the smoke detectors off of the ceiling and disabling them. Vision Communications is ready for their next event, Kick Butts Day, using their campaign in hopes that not a single cigarette butt ends up in here. The Super Bowl. It's an American tradition for the parties, the commercials, and the game. But there's one thing the game couldn't go on without, and that's Ada, Ohio.
We're the best kept secret in Ada, Hardin County.
Human Resources Manager Beverly Barr is talking about the Wilson Football Factory. It's the only football factory in the United States, and it's right here in Ada, Ohio.
A lot of people know we're here, but they have no idea what we do and how far it reaches.
And that's to make every ball to be used in an NFL game, and they've been doing it since 1941. With the Super Bowl less than a week away, the Wilson Football Factory is busy making sure points can be scored. This year they watched the Giants take the NFC Championship and then got to work. The goal, 12,000 footballs in little more than a week. And with that kind of work every year, they've got Super Bowl production down to a science. From cutting the ball out of rawhide, sewing the ball together, and turning them right side out. Each ball is handmade before Christmas. All that's left is to stamp the names of both Super Bowl teams onto the ball. The ball is then laced, formed, and inspected. They make about 12,000 for the event, with around 80 for the actual game, and the rest going out to retailers. Barb Ulrey has a job of handpicking every Super Bowl football. She watches the Super Bowl every year, but it's not the score she's paying most attention to.
You do look at the ball when they have the close-up. You check the ball, make sure it looks good.
Barb looks at each football's cosmetic and construction details. The football's measured, and if the ball meets the specs, it's sent to the game.
And you always cross your fingers and hope that one doesn't go flat or something awful happens.
So when you watch the Giants take on the Patriots on Sunday, remember the little village of Ada has a big part in the big game. Ben Roselieb for ONU Cable 3. Investigators are saying there were no signs of a working smoke detector in that home during the time of the fire that claimed 5 lives. And while residence halls on campus are fully equipped with smoke detectors, ResLife is saying that some residents aren't practicing fire safety. This is the scene, more than a week later. The charred home, a reminder of the lives lost.
The flames were shooting out the front. I told him there was a family of 5 in there. There's 2 little girls and a baby boy.
But what would happen if a fire started in on-campus housing, in the highly populated buildings in which students live? Andrew Rarig, the head resident of Founders Hall, says residence life is prepared if fire strikes.
We're well trained as far as a ResLife staff on how to evacuate the building and take all the precautions and the steps to go about it safely.
But students can help to be prepared at all times by making sure their smoke detectors are in working order.
If your battery's going dead, it will start beeping. That's what your fire alarm will do. And make sure that you contact someone in ResLife to make sure that they contact P-Plant to have it replaced.
Now, all resident hall rooms do come equipped with smoke detectors mounted on the ceilings like you see here, but some residents actually taking the smoke detectors off of the ceiling and disabling them in order to smoke or have candles in their room without getting caught, and this puts all of the residents in those residence halls in danger.
You never know that time when there is actually going to be a fire, so keep your fire alarm working.
Still, some students don't take fire safety seriously, with some ignoring fire drills, but Rarig says you never know when it's not going to be a drill.
You need to learn from what's happened here in Ada. Fire safety is very important, whether it's something little or something like serious. Each time, each drill needs to be taken seriously.
Ben Roselieb, ONU Cable 3. The most shocking results show 71% of Americans have no real idea as to how long it takes to clear a credit card balance when only making the minimum monthly payment. Paul Pastor says the death of these 5 children was not a tragedy, but a rotten murder. And nerves were rattled in New York City Monday when a low-flying Boeing 747 accompanied by 2 F-16s was spotted over the city skyline. And while we have a new show on the radio, there's also a new one on ONU3 TV that starts this week. It's called What's Your Point? Student Opinion Talk Show. Definitely look forward to that, right, Lauren? One of the most tightly kept secrets in the White House is finally out. The first pup will be a Portuguese water dog named Bo. Rapper T.I. has been sentenced to over a year in federal prison. T.I., whose real name is Clifford Harris, got busted in October 2007. A reoccurring and frustrating problem on campus as of late is vandalism, with many instances of destruction in residence halls in recent weeks.